discuss this entire story further, I am joined by my guest, Dr. Sudhir Krishna, who's a former secretary of the Ministry of Urban Development, and also Salim Dharanidhar, and a spokesperson on from DMK. Appreciate you joining us. A very good afternoon to you, sir. My first question would come across to Mr. Sudhir Krishna. Sir, when the Urban Development Ministry has to take charge of issues pertaining to bad roads, why does it not get done in a timely manner in quick successions? Do you think there is a mechanism way by which the urban development ministries can perhaps assess which are the bad roads that can possibly, which can lead to accidents that may be fatal in nature? Or is there no mechanism in place whatsoever? Because this is not the first incident, Dr. Krishna, that we have unfortunately been reporting over here at Mirror. Now, there's been several such incidents where either it's a pothole death or a bad road after which somebody falls off from a vehicle and they get run over and they die on the spot. So the question that really arises is that should there not be a mechanism by which you take stock of bad roads and carry out the repairment work way in advance before such fatalities take place?
Absolutely. And at the outset, I want to compliment Mirror Now for consistently highlighting the issue of potholes and the impact on the society because accidents and so on. They're doing wonderful work. Having said that, I would say that primarily the responsibility for maintaining the roads and managing the pothole issues lies with the road owning agency, which in the cities are primarily the municipal corporations, and along with them there are other road owning agencies also. Sometimes the development authorities, sometimes state governments own roads, sometimes national highways also own road in the city, and sometimes port trust and so on and so forth. Many organizations on the road, so they have to maintain the road. But having said that, I think you have also given a good suggestion that it is time that Ministry of Urban Development should step in. In theory and in principle, there is no need for Ministry of Urban Development to look into the issue of potholes on the roads, which is a very simple matter. It is not a matter which requires too much of technology and so on. Just a dedicated management of the city roads, and motivation of the city managers, whether it is mayor or municipal commissioner or municipal engineer. If they mind, they can do it. Today, I think there is no municipality which is short of funds. Gone are the days when municipalities were having difficulty in paying salaries to staff. Today, because of the liberal approach of Central Finance Commission, State Finance Commission, and the union and state governments grants and so on, and also buoyancy in the economy, the municipal revenues are pretty good. I mean, total finances of the municipalities are good enough to manage these roads at least, if not many more things also. So I think there is no good reason for municipalities not being able to manage the potholes. It is absolutely lack of interest, I think. There's no way. And the issue is that if potholes are filled in time, they can be managed well. But if you leave them, then they become wider and wider, deeper and deeper as time passes by. So it becomes costlier also. And the prompt repairs, there's no good reason at all. It's beside the media. The next agency which is worried about the potholes is the courts, Off and on we hear the high courts and so on taking cognizance of but why the municipal bodies themselves cannot handle the road? Why can't they decide that road shall be as clean as neat and clean, and surface can be as good as they ought to be? There is no good reason at all. As I said, there is no shortage of money, there is no shortage of technology. Manpower also is not an issue in PPP mode. You engage the private sector and so on. As far as information is concerned, today satellite imagery, manually also it can be checked, but even if there is shortage of manpower, satellite will tell also where the potholes are there. So we are tracking the traffic, through traffic management is being done through satellite. So therefore, the potholes can also be identified through satellites. There is no issue at all. It's just a question of determination. And I agree with you that now a time has come that though it is not a mandate of the Constitution that Ministry of Urban Development or Government of India should intervene on city road potholes issues. But then, new roads can be funded by Government of India, or widening of road, improvement of road, but maintenance of road is a purely day-to-day civic function. But I think a time has come for the Government of India to intervene and take charge of ensuring that the municipalities give attention to the city roads.
Well, appreciate you, Dr. Krishna, for making those very pertinent points over there. And let me take that across to the DMK spokesperson who's joining us, Salim Dharanidharan. You know, sir, Dr. Krishna was specifically mentioning there is no problem as far as funds are concerned. There is no paucity of funds over there, or for that matter, the fact that you want to personally go and physically check it, or for that matter, satellite imageries are also available. So where lies the problem? Perhaps problem lies in the lack of priorities. That it's not a priority for any government to try and look at the condition of the roads that may lead to fatalities and lead to accidents where the people just end up dying on the spot. Instead of indulging into blame games, sir, Mr. Dharanidharan, do you think there is a need for a DMK or other political parties also, since this happened in your particular state, I have to address this to you, to take stock of bad roads, to discuss it with your counterpart, either in the state central government, to try and ensure that these incidents of accident leading to deaths aren't repeated?
Yes, see, this is absolutely sad. This lady had so much potential and so much future, and I, at this juncture, want to send condolences to her friends and family. And this is definitely not the occasion to do politics. And this is not a lone incident. If you look, road safety is a pan-India concern. India ranks the bottom third when it comes to road safety. We have the third highest number of road accident-related deaths in the world. And most of these deaths, as per data, happen due to rash driving, bad roads, potholes, alcohol-related, so on and so forth. As per the minister responsible for NHA, Nitin Gadkari himself, there have been 4,500 pothole-related fatalities last year alone, with UP topping the list with 1,200 and Madhya Pradesh with 750. And I don't want to just say these two states, but these incidents happening everywhere. And we need to
Mr.
do something about
Dharanidharan,
it.
you are giving us figures over there, and you are trying to generalize it by saying that it is happening in other parts of the country also. All that we are asking you is that if it could have been corrected in time, if the repairment work of the road could have been done in time, perhaps this could have been avoided. Because once this incident took place, once Shobana lost her life, then the authorities were quick to rush to the spot and fill it up with the debris over there to level out the road. Why was this urgency not shown earlier, sir?
That's what I'm trying to tell. Let me complete, so that I was just coming there. And see, as per the Punamalai traffic investigation wing, this happened in the Maduravoyal road. So the length of this NHA is 32 kilometers. The NHA covered the drains for only 11 kilometers. And because the Chennai office was yet to get clearances from Delhi, the potholes for the remaining 22 kilometers were not filled. And this road, this stretch of 32 kilometers has so far seen 423 road accidents. The Tamil Nadu government has also written to the Union government, as far as I'm aware, overall on this. So mostly for NHA related issues, it is the regional office which is responsible. The concerned project officials will inspect the project highway under their respective jurisdiction and take suitable short-term and long-term preventive measures. And normally a contractor is appointed to this. We will have to look and how we
of course,
could
you
also
can
assist
possibly
the NHA.
get into the technicalities over there and claim this is not your domain, which we agree NHA does not fall under your domain. But the fact remains, as far as prioritizing roads and the repairment of roads before such incidents take place, where somebody like Shobana, a 22-year-old techie who died on the spot while she was going to drop her brother to a coaching center, doesn't get repeated. Appreciate you joining us and taking out time to discuss this very important story. Dr. Sudhir Krishna and Salim Dharanidharan, thank you for joining us for discussing this.